Good morning. So you guys need notebook number 3, the first page of it on formula weight. So the formula weight is the sum of the different atomic weights of the atoms in a chemical formula. So for example, if I have H2O, it's going to be the sum of the weights of those different atoms. So it's a quantitative measurement because quantity numbers. So for an element like sodium, if you go ahead and you go look at your reference table and you look at sodium, this is the weight of 1 sodium. So you can see it's got the atomic mass. So this is the atomic mass of 1 atom of sodium. So those are the numbers that we're going to be using. So if it's a formula weight, it's not just what 1 is, but what a whole formula's weight would weigh. So the atomic weight is for just one individual, and so they've rounded it to 23.0. So you'll need to pay attention carefully to whether or not they want you to round to what places. So then, though, if you're finding the formula weight, now you're talking about a substance that has a whole formula. So instead of being one individual element, it's a chemical formula. So now we have H2SO4. So if we want to find the formula weight for it, we're really just going to add up what 2 hydrogens, 1 sulfur, and 4 oxygens weigh. So that's what this little formula here is showing you. It's saying 2 times the weight of hydrogen plus 1 times the atomic weight of sulfur plus 4 times the atomic weight of oxygen. So they looked up hydrogen on the table, and hydrogen's mass is 1. They've rounded it to 1 decimal place. Hydrogen is 1. Sulfur is 32. And oxygen 15.9994, so they've rounded it to 16.0. So you're going to have 2 hydrogens, so 2 times 1, 1 sulfur, 32.1, and 4 oxygens, so 4 times 16. And then you add those numbers up, and the formula weight of H2SO4 is 98.1 atomic mass units. So if you turn over to the next page. So molecular weight is the same thing. It just depends if you're talking about an ionic substance or a covalent substance. So the formula weight was ionic, molecular is covalent. It's just a different name. It's the same exact process. So in this case, we have C6H12O6. So if I want the molecular weight, I'm going to look up what the mass of carbon is, which is 12. So I'm getting that from over here. So 6 times 12. Then hydrogen we know was 1, we just looked that up, 12 times 1. And then 6 times, we just looked up oxygen, and the last one is 16. So I add those together, and I end up with 180.0 AMU. All right, now what I want you to do is to go ahead and skip over to page 5. This is more the way that I would do them. I do it up and down, like the concept check page. It doesn't matter how you do it, it's the same process. So the first one is sucrose. So same thing, you have 12 carbons, so 12 times 12, 22 hydrogens, so 22 times 1, 11 oxygens, 11 times 16. You get those numbers, add them up, and that's your formula weight for table sugar. Then calcium nitrate, we have 1 calcium, then remember the 2 distributes, so 2 nitrogen and 2 times 3, 6 oxygen. Calcium, if you look up on your periodic table, is 40.1. Nitrogen's 14.0, oxygen 16.6. I multiply those, add them, and I get my atomic mass units. So that's how you calculate formula weight and molecular weight. So you'll need your periodic table and then your note packet to go ahead and do the questions that I'm going to set up for you to practice. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know.